Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we're diving together into Catch Cup of Great League with a fantastic team. Today's content is gonna be super entertaining, so be sure to stay till the end of this video because you need to watch those nukes that are coming back to back from our Galarian Zapdos. Saying so, we're gonna see this Pokemon coming in pretty clutch against this Emolga, and we're gonna go down to the move of course, but still we grabbed a shield out of one of our natural opponents, which is mainly the electric types. So this team is not losing only to the electric types but also to the charmers. So throughout the entirety of this video I'm gonna showcase some of those leads and switches as well. So over here we're gonna see that they have at the back a Steelix, and this is why I enjoy using Palosand. This Pokemon is absolutely amazing. I thought it was gonna be just a spicy pick, and then I saw its moveset. I was having it ready for the Great League format since its release, but this season I did not play it at all. I think I played about one match or whatever, and then I just didn't even use a move around it. But yeah, this Pokemon is absolutely amazing. Against the fighters it can wall them down with its ghost typing. Against the steel types you got a lot of coverage with your ground typing, so this Pokemon is an absolute beast. Moving into the next one now, and we're facing a Haxorus up in front. So a lot of Haxoruses, a lot of Greninjases, and of course a lot of Poliwraths in the meta of Catch Cup, and that's mainly because of their community days, which make a lot of sense. So I'm just gonna use one community day Pokemon, and that is Greninja, and mainly because I did not have another option at all. I did not power up a lot of Pokemon for this season. All those changes that were happening for the move update for this season, well, I had that Pokemon from the previous seasons as well. So anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and completely farm down here that poor Pokemon, and of course with Haxorus out of the way, I think that Greninja now might be on a very good spot at whatever remains at the back. To my surprise, they have a Pokemon like Vigoroth, but still we can have the upper hand if we can just keep the shield for our Zappy Boy. Zappy Boy goes in, Zappy Boy farms down, and right after this Aurorus will stand no chance at all because we already have a double close combat coming back to this Pokemon to put it back into the extinction. And yeah, close combat is an absolute amazing move for any Pokemon out there in the Catch Cup. So into the next one now, and we're having Cradily up in front. Obviously this is a very bad one for our team. We cannot switch out effectively, and still those grass moves are not gonna be appreciated by my Palosand. But this opponent decides to switch out into their Poliwrath, which is absolutely great. Now I can bring in my Palosand, and after I can get to the Sandum, perhaps I can guarantee the knockout with the Shadow Ball. Unfortunately though, we are kinda bad on our defense, and those double resisted counters are still gonna do enough damage to finish us off. I was expecting more from my Palosand. Perhaps with better IVs you can do much better than I did over here. Anyways, gonna keep those two shields into play because I want to keep them for my Zappy Boy, and now with Cradily returning makes me think that whatever there is at the back might also be weak to my Pokemon. So all I want to do here is to completely farm down with those counters, and in the process I have to sacrifice those shields. So as it seems at the back they have a Galvantula, so unfortunately we might lose after this debuff. Or guess again, because Brave Bird is coming with back-to-back moves on the Galvantula, and Cradily cannot farm us down. Are you kidding me? Zappy Boy from the Galar region is just gonna be amazing against our opponents. Another bad lead, this time against another grass type Pokemon, but a totally different one because this one is part poison and it cannot take super effective damage from our counters. So let's see how well we can do here, because Venusaur is actually walling down my whole team here, and if they double block we might be in deep trouble. So as it seems this is the case, because this Night Slash will be blocked by this Venusaur. They are down 2 shields but they still have a lot of energy stored up. All I want to do here is to make them press for that next move. I will just sacrifice my Palosand, and right after I will try to completely farm down with my Galarian Zapdos if that is possible. As it seems it might just be, so I know that they need a lot of those smackdowns to get to the next move, but before they get to their Stone Edge I'm just gonna press my close combat. So now Venusaur returns, able to just barely farm down. At the back there is a fighter, so a simple Brave Bird will be more than enough to obliterate down this team that was hardwalling me down with my Galarian Galarian Zapdos as my solid closer. Are you kidding me? These battles are absolutely insane. Into the next one now with the Greninja here, and I'm just gonna get to the early Night Slash. At the back they have the Galvantula, and guess what? We got a ground type Pokemon, so Lance, even when it comes out from Shadow Galvantula, it is gonna hurt a lot our ground type Pokemon, so right after we're just gonna keep going with our Shadow Balls. So as it seems here, this opponent decides to go for another move, and you know what? I can take it, I can handle the damage and still pressure for the next Shadow Ball. However, this opponent decides to go for the double block, and that is not that great for me. Hopefully though I can still go in with the Greninja and start farming up a little bit of extra energy, and right after we're gonna see the switch out to the weekly tough. So what did I tell you before? Electrics and Charmers are gonna be our worst nightmare. Hopefully though we can still finish them off with a back-to-back Hydro Cannon, and still we need to farm down that final HP with our Zapdos. Doing so, we have a decent amount of energy here, and we will try to completely farm down whatever remains from that Galvantula, because their Shadow and our attack stat is insane. So right after we can win somehow the CMP, close combat for the win against Greninja. Are you kidding me? That was absolutely insane for our Pokemon. Into the next one now with Haxorus up in front, and of course we take super effective damage from those counters, which is kinda sad, but still we need to stay in, we cannot switch out. Of course we can press for that second shield or just the almost knockout option. So as it seems here, we're gonna go in with our Palossand, and they got Surf, which is gonna connect for big damage on our Pokemon. I know that if I can block here correctly, we can still go ahead and farm down with our Palossand, but I want just to get a little bit of extra energy on my Zapdos. So over here we're gonna see that they have a Bastion at the back, so whatever remains might be even weaker to my Pokemon. Able to completely farm down, we have so much energy to spare. They got a Poliwrath at the back, close combat to grab the shield, and one Brave Bird to destroy down the remaining HP out of the Poliwrath. Are you kidding me? Once again, how many times have I said it already? This is absolutely entertaining, even when I see these battles on the replay. Into the next one now with a Hydro Cannon against the lead option with a Noctowl. Finally we get somewhat of a good lead. I don't think that is gonna be the perfect lead, but still. So anyways, Lantern on the switch. This is absolutely horrible for us, because this Pokemon can also destroy down my team. It is kind of a core breaker. Even a double surf can bring my Pokemon out of existence. The Palossand, I mean. So over here I'm just gonna get to those Phantoms, but of course they can survive by a lot. If you want to have a better move, a ground move than Phantom, I recommend going for the Earth Power for this Pokemon. The reason I'm not going for the Earth Power is because most of the times I'm gonna use Palossand as a punching bag, and I wanted to get those debuffs on the opponent while I still have Shadow Ball as my nuke move. But overall, if you want to use it up in front or as a closer, I think that Earth Power is gonna be much better as a fit on its moveset. So yeah, enough about Palossand, it's already out of the way, and now we can pressure for that final shield scenario against this Noctowl. Having the shield advantage here makes me think that all I need to do is to pressure for that next close combat on the final Pokemon, which is a Shadow Quagsire, going down in one hit, and right after we can complete the farm down against this Noctowl. So that is gonna be all for today, trainers. Thank you for watching and for staying till the end. I just hope that you enjoyed today's video, and if you really did, show it with your appreciation by liking this content. Also, if you are new to my channel, just be sure to leave a subscribe and become a subscriber, of course, to my content, because you're gonna see it more often on YouTube, and you can get notifications when we are uploading a new video. Doing so, I have 2 videos for you to check out, so feel free to check them out, and I will see you all into the next one.